Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to a little bit of Make and Break. I forgot to put my reference images up on screen. I don't know why I forgot that, but that's okay. They're just right around the corner. But hello, it's me. We are here today to do a piece that I'm maybe a little bit intimidated by. Hello. We got T and we got Saf hanging out in chat. That is very sweet of everyone. Um, Yeah, I'm not sure. I was looking at reference images and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna make rings. I'm just gonna make some chill things. And then I got kind of lost in how crazy it's gonna be. So we'll see how this goes. And no humiliation. We're good. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on those reference images now. Oh, I can do one thing real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. I almost forgot the piece that matters the most. There we are. I almost forgot my ring. So yeah, here is what we're looking at today. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a little bit of this. And we're gonna start with just this box for right now. So we're gonna make the actual box that the jewelry goes in. I don't know if I love this design, but I'm gonna make something work. We'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop stuff into this box and we're gonna go from here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my music back on and we'll just dig right in. Spoilers for everyone. I want to do the ring. We're gonna put my ring in this little sketch because why wouldn't I? I wear this thing every single day. Might as well use it. There we go. So let's start digging in. So every time I 3D model, it's as if it's the first time I've ever 3D modeled. I don't know why that is. I don't know what part of me makes that true, but it's true every time. But I'm going to make a nice flat little box. And we're going to go ahead and worry about this hinge in a little bit. The hinge is kind of an important piece for me. So we're going to focus on that in just a second. But in the meantime, we're just doing this. Actually, if I want to think about that hinge, hold on. Let's do that. Let's copy this thing. And let's get going. So, excuse me. While I plug away, how is everybody? How are y'all doing? Excuse me. I definitely didn't eat as fast as I could right before stream started. Don't pay any mind to that. All right, let's pop that forward. And say that that is not a bad looking little start right there. So, we're going to grab both these, and we're going to edit these at the exact same time. In fact, I'm just going to join them together right now. There's no reason not to just join these guys together. They're one piece after all. And now I'm going to cross-cut them twice, and I'm going to make that hinge, and then we're going to build out from the hinge. Should we build out from the hinge? Maybe that's not a good idea. Hold on. I'm going to wait on the hinge. We're going to wait on that hinge. I think that's actually a really bad idea. Let's do that. Oh, nope. We have to apply scale. Apply a little bit of scale to this guy. Now we can pull this guy in, give it that little bevel that it needs. We're going to do both of them identically so that they fit. There we go. That should be a little bit better for us. And now I can just go ahead and push this guy down and we'll get going. Oh, that's it right there. This is going to be good. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Cool. Okay. Looking at this, the one thing that I really want to do is move this guy back a little bit. There's no reason it would be at a perfect 90-degree angle. That looks a little too artificial for me. So we're going to pop that guy on, and we're going to move him back just a little bit. Just like that. There we go. So now the question should be, how do I make this work? Immediately, I'm like, this is a bad idea. But if I do this, is that terrible looking? If I do this, like that, and we just bound it right where we started, that doesn't look bad. I don't think that looks bad. I think that looks pretty good. Let's do this. Okay. I think we got this. Hey, I think we got this. If I do that, and then I grab the whole thing, and I throw some bevels on it, and we clamp our overlap, and we just go for it. Let's do 4. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It actually looks a little bad. Hold on. It looks bad because I think we want to bring this guy down. Because it's not a perfect 90-degree angle, so it can't be at a 90-degree angle when we do the bevel. But otherwise, I think that's it. That looks not bad to me. That looks not that bad to me. Like, if we look over here, that's exactly what that looks like. It just has a little bit of a bevel to it. And we're going to add bevel later, so I'm not stressing. Okay, we're done. That's all I'm going to think about with that one. Now, let's go ahead and bevel these corners, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. So, this may not come as a surprise to anybody, but I don't have a jewelry box. I don't really know how jewelry boxes work, so I'm kind of guessing. I looked up a lot of stuff before stream, but I don't totally get it. So we're just kind of guessing today. So if anybody has any information on jewelry boxes, feel free to correct me as we go. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh, that looks good, though. Wow, that looks good. Okay. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, we're here. Okay, cool. So, the one thing that this jewelry box doesn't have that all the other ones I saw did is they have little hooks up here that you hang your necklaces on. So, we're going to add a hook to this guy in just a second, but first, let's put this little insert in here. So, how in the world am I going to make an insert for this guy? What I think I want to do is I want to grab this and copy you. So I'm going to go ahead and just separate by selection. We're going to grab this guy, we're going to copy him, and then we're going to undo it. And now we'll go back to object and we'll hit paste. And then we should be good. So now I can take that up and I can move it around like that. Pop him down just a little bit until he fits and say that that's it. Nice and easy. Okay, so now I just want to make sure that it sits right on top. We don't want any overlap. Not that you'd be able to get in here and look at it, but I just want to be careful, you know? All right, let's pop this thing on up. So, if I extrude this guy straight up, like that, that should do, right? So I'm going to call this jewelry box. I'm going to call this one the insert. And then we're good to go. Now, when you're looking at these little inserts on boxes, what's the big detail? I guess I have to do these lines first. How on earth am I going to do that? How in the world am I going to do that? I could dissolve these edges. And then, oh gosh. So what I probably want to do is I think I want to subdivide this guy across here, or not subdivide, but do a J right there. And I'm going to do a J here, and we're going to do the same thing across until we have something that's easier to work with. I don't know if this is the best idea in the world, but this is what I think we got to do. That should do. So now I'm just deciding where I want to place things. So what am I doing? I have like maybe 2 or 3 rings that I'm going to be working on today. Some earrings, some big earrings too. So the earrings are going to need a bigger slot to fit into. So I think the layout that we have here might actually be perfect. Let me try that. So if I do this... Oh, this is weird. My brain isn't designed to think like this. If we just do little tiny cuts here... Oh no, how on earth am I going to do this? I really should have started with a square, done my subdivisions, and then rounded the edges, but I didn't think that far ahead. And I don't want to redo it right now. So I think we're going to just stick with this, and I'm going to just let it be slightly off. Like that. Let's do local orientation, make sure that we do that, and then pop him over and say, does that look about right? Actually looks pretty good. I can live with this. And then how many do we have? Just one cut right down the middle, so I'll just do one cut right down the middle, and we'll say that's that. Huh. You know what? What if I just made them all equal? Hold on, hold on, hold on. This could be a lot easier than what I was trying to make it out to be. If I go 3, 4, and I bring them out just a little bit, they're equal, right? So that one, and there's 5 of them. Pop you in the center. Okay, yeah, this will work. Let's do this. This is the goal now. So now I should be able to bring you down just enough to make a little slot for us, and then I just need to copy. 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 And we're looking good. So I should be able just to extrude you along normals down. Yes. Now, something that worries me is all of this is shown at a different height. We've been recommended that we take a drink of water. Let's all take a drink of water. And a stretch. Also, my camera is being weird, which is weird because my camera shouldn't be doing that. Hold on, let's fix the camera real quick. I'm going to stretch and then I'll fix the camera. The more I'm looking at this, the more I'm realizing that those are slots that you stick rings inside of. And I don't want to do that. So instead, they're all just going to be these flat little bits. But that should be fine. So let me fix that camera real quick. Hello, it's me. I'm up close. It's my face. Hopefully this doesn't destroy stream. So I'm going to get rid of autofocus. We're going to put focus down to there. Hit apply, and we're good. I'm also a little bit yellow, which is not the idea. So we're going to drop the white balance down just a little bit. Oh, gosh. Streamlabs is super annoying, or I guess it's Logitech. I looked it up, and they said Logitech was at fault. But every time I close out OBS and I bring it up, they reset my camera settings. And I looked it up, and it's just like, yeah, that's a thing. Cool. That's a great thing. Like the spicy gum. What are we talking about? What's happening? What about spicy gum? All right, let's go ahead and extrude this down. and we'll go ahead and make our jewelry. Oh, wait, hold on. I done goofed it. Here, folks. Oh. We're dropping a bunch of frames. Hold on. I'm going to exit out of Discord real quick. We just dropped a bunch of frames. We're still dropping frames. Hello? Are we back? Are we okay? The heck was going on there? So I quit out of Discord. I want to stop other things from happening, but I don't think I should. Are we okay? Why did that happen? All of a sudden, my internet just, like, gave up. Not like I'm not paying for internet or anything, right? That was strange. So if I miss anything on Discord, I apologize. I don't have any way of, fixing that right now, because I gotta be careful of my internet, apparently. You know what? I bet Windows is going to be doing an update. I bet Windows is going to be doing an update. I bet. It's always Windows. Guaranteed. Guaranteed it's going to be Windows. I'm going to wait. Halfway through stream, it's going to pop up on my computer and be like, Windows has an update for you. I bet. That's always what it ends up being. Okay. Anyway. I'm back. I promise. I'm back. So, we're going to go ahead and pop these guys down, just like we were saying we were going to do before, but we got a little distracted. Apologies. I hope we didn't miss too much with all those drop frames. I think I stopped and didn't do anything during that. But we are good to go. So, that is our insert. I'm going to see if I can't simplify this a little bit. I don't see any easy ways that I would just simplify this thing. The only thing that I would even think to do is to cut that and these guys. But for what reason? Yeah, so let's not do that right now. Instead, we're just going to keep it like this. So this is our little box insert. So we are good, I think, to start popping on some bevels, make sure everything looks good. Make sure everything is at least a little bit round looking. The fact that it's not beveling super cleanly is kind of annoying. Why is that happening? I'd hate to do a subdivision, but I kind of want to see what a subdivision looks like. Well, that looks terrible. Nope, we're going to use a bevel. We're going to use a bevel of 3 as high as it will go. And then I'm going to come into here and double check where is that really small measurement that's getting in the way of us. I think it's that right there. If I remove these guys, what does that do for us? Does that make it a little bit easier? What does this do? How does that look? It looks a little weird. Not gonna lie, it looks a little bit weird. It bevels a lot better, I think, if we make this thing huge and we go ahead and increase this guy maybe a little bit more as well. Although that part really doesn't want to obey right there. I'm starting to think maybe this is overkill. This guy right here is overkill. So let's try. I'm going to try a new thing real quick. We're going to give this a shot, and we're going to see if this even wants to track at all. If I do this and dissolve this edge, oh, it looks infinitely better. Yeah, it looks infinitely better. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to up our resolution and get that bevel as strong as it will go and say, is that good enough for us? Part of me wants to just take this and just bevel it myself. Right? What's the harm in this? If I just go for it, right? That can't be that bad. And then I'll merge these guys together. Just like that. That looks really good. Okay, yeah, that's it. We're good. That's exactly how I want to do that. All right. Yeah, then this guy just pops right in and we're set. So I'm going to bevel the heck out of this, and then I think we're done, ready to go. We can start doing the jewelry. All right. So, what's up next? Let's go ahead and pop ourselves on... What's up, Simo? How are you doing? Simo, it always feels like it's been a long time since I've talked to you, but it's probably been like 3 days. Realistically. Probably hasn't been that long at all. I just always miss you. How you been? What are you working on? Is this one 4? That one's 5. Let's do a 4 and let's do a 4. And say that's probably good enough. The fact that it looks kind of artificial is fine. It's probably exactly what we want. Are we really losing like 1,000 frames per second? What's happening? Hold on. What is happening to my internet right now? I pay for internet. Please, make it work. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm going to fix it. I'll be right back. All right, I've returned. If we still have problems, it's on the internet company at this point. I've turned off every single device in my house except for my computer. So if the Wi-Fi's bad, then great. That's not my fault. So annoying, though. What's up, Junie? How you doing, Junie? I think this is just going to be one of those streams, you know? Sometimes you just get those streams where, you know, nothing wants to work. That's okay. I ain't that upset about it. Having internet troubles? I'm having a lot of internet troubles. It is raining, but that shouldn't affect it. It should either work or not work, right? Okay, so I'm going to do my best to stay focused, but if I start losing internet, just know that I'll freak out, because that's just my way. But I'm ready to get into the first little bit. So let's do our first little piece of jewelry. So I'm deciding what the first one's gonna be. I think we should start easy. So let's do my ring. We're gonna do my ring first. So we're gonna do this little bad boy, A number 1. So this is our guy. So when I think of this ring, what do I think of? I think of a circle. I thought about making it with a curve, but I actually think making it with a curve is going to be a lot harder than just doing it. So, I'm looking here, And here is what we're up to. It looks like... It looks like this. Okay, so that's the shape. So then I need to extrude it upwards. Well, that's not what I wanted. Let's do global. There we go. Okay, we're extruding it, and now we're looking, and it's not that much. It's about there. Okay. And now what I need to do is I need to solidify this guy. Oh man, I love Arc the Lad. What a game. What an absolute game. Okay, so we got ourselves a solidification on here. It's actually not that thick. Probably looks a little bit more like that. That'll do. Okay, and I'm going to throw on a subdivision. Oh, it actually looks perfect. That's exactly what it looks like. Wow, to a T, that's exactly what it looks like. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Okay, cool. So we're going to take you, we're going to say apply to everything. We're going to check out our edits. I could probably bear with half as many subdivisions as this, but I'm going to stick with this for the time being. And let's get into the sculpt. So the big thing is my ring, it is a little malleable copper ring. It goes in and out all the time, back and forth, doing all sorts of stuff. So I am just going to dig into this guy. So it looks like that. And it's lopsided right here. Let's get a little bit smaller on this guy. That looks just about perfect to me. Might be a little bit more round than this, actually. And then, is it the same lopsided? It's a little up on one side. Just like that. That's my ring. That is exactly my ring. Like, to a T, that's what my ring looks like. So, this is the ring I wear every day. This looks weird. It looks weird to see it like this. Hold on, hold on. It's, like, shaped perfectly. Yeah, that's it. 100%. That's it. That's the one. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and just do the noding for this thing right now. There's no reason not to just node this guy up while I'm looking at it. So we'll get going on this thing. So let's node this guy up. My world settings are probably messed up as per the norm. They are. That's okay. In fact, I'm going to work in Eevee, or whatever you want to call the pre-renderer. I'm sure Simo will try and kill me for calling this Eevee. We'll call this My Copper Ring. And now we're going to get perfect. We're going to do this absolutely perfectly. So here's the thing. It's got these crusty little indentations. It's like hammered metal. So I'm going to throw some hammer on here. Material preview equals Eevee. Is that right? Is that true? Am I actually right in saying that? If that's the case, I actually have a really weird question for Blender. Not a weird question, actually a pretty normal question, but a question nonetheless. Something that irritates me to hell. Why would they make this full rendered view Eevee when you have Eevee checked? Why not just have this be Eevee and this be Cycles at all times? And then when your render just does whichever one you choose. Does that not make, like, way more sense? That seems really strange to me. That should look about correct. Oh, it looks perfect. Oh, it looks perfect. No, you're speaking crazy talk, Red, as per the norm. When am I not? Joe. Joe, how's work treating you? You still doing crazy at work? Okay, so here's the idea for me. I also need to do a gradient on this thing because it doesn't have any articulation towards the center. That we're overthinking this a lot, but if I move too fast, I'm going to have to do the harder stuff sooner. So why am I going to do that? I'm going to do the easier stuff first. Feels amazing, man. Work is fine. Hey, you know, whether you're being sarcastic or not, you seem like you're doing it. Okay, let's pop on 2 color ramps. Just like that. And let's pop on a little bit of a mix RGB. Defo not driving me mad. This is fine. Yeah, okay. That's about what I expected then. Okay, now we need to make this work. So, first things first, I'm going to rotate this guy by 90 degrees. Boy, turn on your better Twitch TV emotes. I had them turned on. I don't know what happened. They were turned on. I don't know why they stopped working. I guess that's just one of those things, you know? Yep, all I see is cat blob dance, cat blob dance. They work in the background. They're not working on my chat log for some reason. No clue why. I had them on. Yeah. Joe's just making fun of me. What else is new, right? Okay, so that is black. This is black. What the heck is going on? Let's set the origin to geometry. And now we want to double check. Why is it down? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would it not be at the center of this object? That seems awfully strange to me. And it's sideways. What? Oh, it's because the ring is tilted. No wonder. No wonder. That's obvious. Obviously. What am I thinking? But I'm going to want to probably do like a little bit of a B-spline, I think. And now we can pop in our guys. So I'm going to make this part black. You know what? This is too much work. I'm not doing this. All this just to have like what is relatively the exact same ring? Nah, I'm just going to take the same ring. We're just going to do it the way that it looks. I'm not going to think too hard about it. I know I could sit and probably mess with an image texture, but that's not really what I'm about right now. So we're going to want to do that. We want to make sure that it looks nice and grainy for ourselves. Hello? What about a smooth to F1? No, we definitely don't want a smooth. We're going to want an F2, and I think we're going to want Manhattan. What's this going to do for us? It really doesn't want to work. But if I just double that down, go back to F1. That's pretty close to how it looks. And then I'll just lower the strength over here. That is pretty close to how it looks in real life. The one things that I'll add is I'll drop that down like that, and I'll drop this up like here. And that is close enough to how it looks. It's just a little hammered metal. I don't think I'm going to stress too much more than that. That's pretty much exactly how it looks. The one difference I might add is that it is a little bit higher on the Z. Like that. There we go. Okay, that is the ring. Done. So let's give it a nice little copper finish, and we'll call it. So it's this, like, brilliant, brilliant looking copper. It's a hard color to find, that's for sure. It's actually pretty rough looking, so I'll give it that. No sheen, no clear coat. Specular. No, 0 specular. Okay, and now it needs more yellow. That looks pretty close to me. That looks pretty close to me. I'm going to say that is probably the way it looks. Huh. Yeah, let's say that's it. I think that is our boy. If I had to make another change to it, which I'm not going to do right now, but if I was going to make another change to it, I would try to flatten out just the center of this so that it doesn't have all this stuff right here in the center, and I would make the inside completely flat. I'm not worried about it. Actually, I can make the inside flat. Let's do that part. I never give up. I never know when to give up, you know? I'm obsessed. I don't know why I'm so obsessed, but I'm just obsessed. Let's do a gradient based on objects. We're going to use a mix RGB, but first off, I'm going to just pop in a color ramp and double check how far in we're going. Just like that. Make sure we set all these values to 1. And it's on object coordinates, so we should be looking pretty good there. And we'll do some spherical. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to check how far in the white goes. Why is it... Oh, it's because it's not even. My bad. So we'll say 0.6 looks about right. One more? That looks about right to me. And now let's pull it down just a little bit. Ooh, this could actually work on the edges as well, if I'm thinking about it correctly. Let's take the Z now. Oh, this is it. If I take in the Z and I just lower it a little bit. Oh, this is it. We've done it. So let's say 9. Oh, that's it. If I bend it up a little bit too, we could get this thing going. This is it. This is it. Yeah, that looks actually perfect. Cool. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to do that right there. And now I can pop in a mix RGB. Perseverance. It's all about perseverance. So I'm going to get rid of you, and we're going to make sure that we have that angle set correctly. And what do we want the angle to be? I think we want it to be like a bright white. And we don't want to mix. We want an add. Please. Oh, please work. Please work. It doesn't want to work, which is frustrating, to say the least. Why doesn't it want to work? Why don't you want to work? Why don't you want to work? If we do a subtract, Oh no. This is looking bad. Okay, so I don't know exactly what's happening anymore. The math is a little lost inside my head. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of thinking we just want to reverse this. No, but that's gonna do. It actually looks kind of usable. It's just a little bit weird looking. I think it might have been a little bit better if I used a wave and we waved through this. But I'm not too mad about it. I think it's all right. I think this will do just fine. So that's our copper ring. Done. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty close. So let's go ahead and pop our copper ring into the correct container, and we'll move on. We'll call it my copper ring. So where do we want the copper ring to go? I'm going to say it's pretty important to me. It's going to go in front left. And size-wise, it's probably about that big. Maybe it's about that big. Yeah, we'll put it right there. That is where the copper ring goes. Perfect. All right, next. Dare I say, it looks like my internet has stabilized. Let's not jinx it, but I think my internet has kind of stabilized. So we're going to hopefully chill out on all of the drop frames now. But let's go ahead and make some hoop earrings. Hello? All right, hoop earrings. These guys look like they should be easy, but I don't know if they're going to be easy or not. So first things I'm going to do is I'm going to make ourselves a curve of a circle. This one, I am going to use a curve very specifically. Oh, hold on. What's happening? There we go. I'm going to use a curve very specifically because I want to use offsets and really hard cutoffs. So if I take him and I extrude him out until we get something we like. 15 should be fine. That looks all right to me. And we're going to fill caps. There are no caps, so I don't need to worry about filling them. I think I'm good just to go, right? I'm going to up my resolution just a little bit. And I think we are good to just convert this guy on over to a mesh. Pop on over to edit and say that we can just delete these guys. Fingers crossed. Let's see what this does. So I want probably about you. Delete Actually, let's delete the vertices that those are connected to. And say that we want one more. I think we want one more for sure. So we're going to delete these guys, and we're going to say that's it. Oh, that looks perfect. That's it, exactly. There's a really soft bevel right on that edge, but we're just going to do it manually. I'm just going to do it myself, and we should be looking golden from there. And then we got to put a little ring on it. So, how do I want to do this? Let's start by filling. We're going to probably remove this fill in just a little bit, but I'm going to put that fill on there anyway. Pop that on there. And make ourselves a little clasp. So, what does a clasp look like? Clasps look like... like that. Part of me really wants to subdivision this. That's such a bad idea. I know it's such a bad idea. But I immediately want to subdivision this because I want that to be rounded. And I want this part down here to be rounded. So you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to fix it. Who cares, right? It's my model. So the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crease this one edge right here. And that should help it from being too weird looking. Does that look right? Somehow that looks really weird to me. Oh, you know what? I know exactly why it looks weird. I got it. We got it all figured out. We're going to go into edit real quick, and we're going to make sure that we clamp these guys down. Oh, that didn't work at all. That's not at all what I wanted. Just these two? Boy, that's not at all what we want. Let's not do that. Humma, 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 humma. You know what? I think that's good enough. I'm going to stick with this, and then we're going to go ahead and fix it. So, let's go ahead and grab this guy. Let's hit apply, and let's do damage control. Oh god, there's a lot of damage control to do here. That's a lot of damage control. I'm going to worry about that maybe in a little bit. But now it's time to make that little clasp. So, we're going to make a clasp with a needle coming off of it. The fact that the needle dips, I don't think is necessary. If I'm wrong, please let me know why I'm wrong, but I think you don't need to worry about that little dip there. I think we live in a world where if you stab yourself because you didn't put your earring in the right way, we all just kind of go, okay. I think that's the world we live in at this point. We're going to do that. I'm going to move just a few of these. I'm sure this topology is terrible. I apologize that you have to see this. We can dissolve those edges. And that is a perfect little bisection on down to here. So I should be able just to extrude these guys. And we just want to make a little tiny clasp. So I can pop you on down. We can rotate you up. We can make sure that everything is normal on the X. There we go. And we're good. Let's go ahead and try this guy on for size. Does that look all right? No, it needs to be a bit bigger. Needs to be just a bit bigger on here. This is getting to be a little complex for me. I'm looking at this, and I think I might have messed up my geo a little too much. I probably wanted to wait to do that, I think I wanted to wait before I did subdivision surface. But the more you learn, the more you know. So we're going to do something like that. And then we're going to pop these guys out like this. And then I bevel it. We go GG up, and then I bevel it. That looks a lot better, actually. I think I can live with this. If everybody else can live with this, I think I can live with this. I kind of want to put another subdivision on here, but that's such a bad idea. Wow, I've messed this guy up. This guy's not good. I needed to, like, hard ops this or something. Oh, I've messed this up. I've done something really bad. You know what? Take it all back. Take it all back. I'm just kind of guessing at this point. There's no reason to be guessing. Let's do it the right way. Let's just do it the right way. Just do it the right way. First try. Live your best life and move on with yourself. Did I hear hard ops? Oh, no. Yeah, I don't have hard ops ready to go, but I think that would be a better way for me to solve this problem. I think hard ops might be one of the next things I have to learn, which I know thrills you. There we go. Okay, so now we just have a single, flat, easy to work with little guy. Does any of this even matter? Like, is there anything wrong? Hold on. Is anybody going to go out of their way to kill me if I just do this? Any of you going to try and attack me for doing this? Because I don't think anybody's got a problem with this. And I think it doesn't matter. Does anybody care? I don't think I care. Is there anything wrong with that? It looks fine. Roll 1d20. I got a 12. Okay. Hold on. Let me counter roll you. Well, I only have d12s. So I'll just roll 2 d12s and we'll call that even. I got a 15. I got a 15 on 2 d12s. Doesn't involve a counter roll? Too bad. I counter rolled anyway. I never played fair. That's not my thing. I'm not a play fair kind of guy. Where are my subdivisions at? Where have you guys gone? My 18 wins. Get attacked, punk? Alright, so what happens when I get attacked, huh? What does that mean? Why is it not subdividing? What is this? What? Hold on. What the heck is happening? You take 2d6 of damage plus my strength modifier. I don't know what's going on in chat anymore. I've lost control. My favorite thing about Joe is that Joe also streams. And Joe is the person who is the most chaotic in stream. What is happening? Why won't it subdivide? I understand. I understand. It was a long-winded pun. It was a very long-winded pun. I understand. Had to be said. Joe is just a master of riddles, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and merge these guys. Yeah, you think you're so clever, Joe. Joe is the most clever man in the world. Clip that. There we go. And then we're going to do this guy right here. And there's a fly in my face. I thought I got rid of all of them yesterday, but I guess they're back. Okay, here we go. We grab these two and we bevel them. And I say, that is not terrible looking. Does it look physically accurate? No, it doesn't. But it's fine. It gets the job done. You know exactly what this is. I hate this part. This part is bad. As I itch my ear. I might be inclined to try and fix this. Like that. Hit F on there. No. No. I don't care right now. I'm making the weird mistake where I'm trying to treat every model as if it's the best model I've ever made. I just need to go. Back to lurk mode. Have fun at work, Joe. I'll catch you on the other side. All right, so we got some earrings. Let's pop these guys on their forward face, and let's get to it. So, earrings. I care a little bit less about earrings personally. As you might imagine, I don't have any earrings. So we're going to put these guys over in this back pocket. What's up, Silken Coat? How you doing? Have you tried any Blender stuff yet? I'm gonna go ahead and pop this guy on up just a little bit, like that. There we go. Just pop you up, lean on there, just like that. We're still on our local axis, which doesn't bother me one bit. There we go. Now they're leaning on. And I'll throw some gold on that and call that a little bit of a set. So, that is those guys done, quote unquote. Pretty good. I realize Blender is really powerful and new intuitive in my 10 minutes of playing with it. What do you mean new intuitive? What does that mean? I'm assuming that means near intuitive. Oh, unintuitive. Yeah, it's pretty awful. It takes a lot your first little bit. Okay, we're going to call these gold hoops. We'll call you gold hoop 2. And I'm going to try my best at doing an instance real quick. So I'm going to do a Control L, and we're going to link object data. Which didn't do what I wanted it to. It took me half the time to figure out how to rotate the ball. Yeah. Learning the difference between object mode and edit mode is definitely where you want to start. And you want to be careful not to click any of these settings up here, because once you click them, your brain like does not know how to fix them. It's actually super intuitive. It just has a high learning curve. That's the most SEMO thing that SEMO could have said right now. That was the most SEMO thing you could have said, by far. To your credit, you make it seem super easy. Well, that is very sweet. Thank you. That is very, very sweet of you. I know what I know, and I don't know a bunch of things. Just to put that out there. But I'm trying to learn a new thing every week. So every weekend, I try to do a tutorial of some sort and push myself forward just a little bit. And that seems to be the goal. That seems to be what teaches you the most. All right, so I'm going to make the world's hottest piece of jewelry. The most attractive piece of jewelry in the world. I'm going to make it right now. Do we want to take guesses on what the most attractive pieces of jewelry are? What's up, Mr. Six? Mr. Six, you're here early today. What is the most attractive piece of jewelry? I wager this to you now. You must share. Mr. Six is? That's fair. That's very fair. I'm going to clean out a little bit of my stuff first, but I'm expecting an answer. If I don't get an answer, I'm going to start on a different piece of jewelry. So I'm going to give you guys like 10 seconds, and then I'm jumping to something else. And you're going to have to wait on the hottest piece of jewelry. A ring? You're close. You're close. Really close. Hairpins? Hairpins are attractive. I didn't even think about doing a hairpin. Maybe I'll do a hairpin. I don't think I'd mind doing a hairpin. An earring? Nope, not an earring. All right, I have restarted my Discord. I'm going to hope that I don't drop any frames. A nose ring. Somebody has said it. This is the most attractive piece of jewelry in the world. If you have a nose ring, you get +1 to attraction. You get +1 charisma on all rolls if you have a nose ring. I don't make the rules, I'm sorry. It's just true. You just get +1 to all rolls. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make ourselves a nose ring real quick. I recently found out there are people out there that think nose rings are like the most unattractive thing in the world. And I guess that's fair. You prefer mouth rings? You mean like a lip? Like a lip ring? I don't like lip rings. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't really care for lip rings. They kind of scare me. Okay, so we're going to give this a little bit of a gauge. And I'm going to go back up to 20. Perfect. Make sure that we convert this guy to a mesh before we go to edit mode. And now we go for it. So, I just need to make this guy big. Just like that. And we're going to delete enough to make a difference here. If a girl have a lip ring, also has my heart. Okay, we have found Mr. Six's thing, everybody. So, steal thy heart. There we go. All the way up to there. We'll say there is about good. Wait, I think it goes up one more. Did I do that right? I feel like I messed up. Hold on. Let's go to object mode real quick and let's move this guy. What if a man has one? Same difference. I think men are attractive. I got no problem with men. Yep, I went one too far. Okay. I am typically attracted to people that are more feminine presenting, personally. Not necessarily to Mr. Six. Hey, I mean, that's Mr. Six's thing to decide. But I'm good with men. Men are cool. Nothing wrong with a man. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop ourselves on a little bit of that. A little bit of that. And here is what we're going to do. Here is my best attempt at making this thing work. I think I can do this in one go, real swift. Just like that. Just like that. I'm not attracted to guys. That does not surprise me. That suits your personality. And there's nothing wrong with that. There we go. We're going to go ahead and say GG that on up right there and do the exact same thing to you. And then I'm going to grab you and I'm going to bring you down like that. And copy. I have a straight personality question mark? Oh yeah. You're a dude, man. You got big dude energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just got dude energy. You're just duding around. I think I give off real big gay energy. I mean, I'm an adult now, and I don't interact with people the way that I did when I was in high school and college and stuff like that. But a lot of people's first interaction with me is always like, "You're gay, right?" I'm like, it depends how you define it, I guess. I don't know what I am. I don't even know what I am at this point. If you're asking me like, what are you? I don't know. I'm a dude that spends most of my time writing. I'm nothing. I'm not I don't have a sexuality. Okay. That is my best attempt at making that little nose ring right there. I'd say that looks really good. You're 3D guy? I can take 3D guy. Tell you what, I actually want these to be longer. They look a little bit better if they're longer. You make that look easy. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself out of 100. Out of 100. Simo, actually, Simo, if you're here, I would really like your take on this. Because I think Simo's gonna roast me. I want to give myself a level between 1 and 100 of where I am at 3D wise. And I have a very clear number in my head. I have a really clear number of where I think I am with my ability in 3D. But I'd be interested to see what other people think. And Simo, I'd like to know what you think you are. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to post their ideas before I give anything. But it's kind of crazy. I don't really think about it that way. I mean, it's just for fun. We're just playing around here. I'd go with 67. It's not 67, I'll tell you that. There ain't no way it's 67. Okay, I hate this articulation right here, so I'm going to fix that up. Especially as I learn more the further away the 100 goes. That's true. I'll give you that. Because I think you are the standard deviation above the mean. So you're saying I'm an above average 3D modeler. I guess I only look at good 3D modelers. I think I'm slightly below average. I don't see a lot of amateur 3D modelers. And when I do, they're way more amateur than me. Okay, that is my nose ring. That's actually the coolest looking nose ring I've made. It's the only nose ring I've ever made, but it's pretty good. My assessment, since Simo is deciding and everything, my assessment was that I was 47. So the fact that Mr. Six guessed 47 on the dot is actually kind of crazy. I thought 47 instantly. I was like, it is 47. I think I'm 47. I think I have the ability to do anything, just not quickly. Yeah, I don't know how you got 47. That was pretty wild to me. Are earrings and rings about the same size? Hold on. They are. Hold on, let me put this in my nose. Do I look good? Do I look good? All right. Sorry, I'm being weird today. I drank too much weird juice before stream. Okay, so every single ring is the exact same size. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Is our friendship? Oh, yeah. Mr. Six, nobody knows me like you do. Now, model an anatomically correct head. I would say I can't do that yet. Yeah, I guess that's a different skill in my mind. I would consider that, like, anatomy. Like, yes, 3D modeling is anatomy, but not all 3D modeling is anatomy. But you are right. I would have a lot of trouble doing that. But if you gave me a month to do it, I would be able to do it in a month. Like, no problem. If my life depended on it in a month, I could do it in a week if my life depended on it. Which I can't say is true for somebody that's not very good at 3D modeling. Like, I know how to find the ability to do things. There we go. But I'd say you make worse 3D than I see in AAA games, but better than average to average for indie games. The thing about AAA games is a lot of them are kind of like shotgunned out, and the process that they model in is very different from the way that me and Simo model. So I don't even know if AAA is like a good comparison. AAA games like hate the idea of optimizing their games for some reason. I always kind of had the judgment that AAA games were super optimized, but they're not. Like, they're really not optimized at all. And that's why you so often see 3D or like really big giant AAA games go like, oh, we had to decrease the map size. And you're like, why? I can make a map bigger than that. It's like, oh, because your assets are easier to work on. You have less like geo than everybody else. All right, so we're gonna make a pearl earring real quick. This one is challenging. Oh no, Mr. Six. We already went over this, Mr. Six. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn was pretty optimized amazingly. Yeah, but that's borderline an indie game. I know it's not an indie game. Before everybody jumps on me and attacks me, it's not an indie game. It's 100% not an indie game. But it's like an indie game. It was designed lovingly and by people who actually care about the games industry. Which is rare. What is my sexual orientation? All right, let's get into this. You know what? I want to hear everybody else's thoughts on sexual orientation as well. So if we could all join in, I would very much appreciate that. We got a lot of really interesting people in chat. I know we have some people who feel all kinds of ways about sexual orientation, and I am, and I'm going to enforce this on everybody in chat. I am very welcoming of all individualist acts. It's when people interact with the world that I start to disagree with people, but the way you interact with yourself, everything is okay. Whatever you feel is cool. We're all cool here. And I'm a Cup of Tea is going to recommend that everybody take a drink of water, which is great. So let's talk about sexual orientation. What is my sexual orientation? Boy, do I struggle with this. Boy, do I have trouble figuring this one out. I think about it every now and again. I think about it, and I just don't have a clear answer for you. I like people. I would guess demisexual. No. No, not at all. Nope. We'll get to that stuff later, but first I'm going to talk about people. I think that everybody is attractive. I am not against any type of people. I am attracted to everybody. Asterisk, big asterisk. I'm attracted to everybody that is female presenting. I like people that are feminine. I prefer to be a big, giant, tough man and pick people up and throw them up in the air and go on hikes with people and protect them from boars. And I like to be the big man in the relationship. You know, selfishly, that's my thing. I like being a provider. I like being strong. That makes me feel good about myself. So I like being the man in the relationship, quote unquote, the man in the relationship. Beyond that, nothing matters to me. Absolutely nothing else matters to me. As long as I am attracted to somebody and they are attracted to me and we are healthy for one another, couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered at all. So, beyond that, my sexuality... I'm a pretty sexual person. I'm going to keep it kind of vague because I know my mom watches this sometimes, and I know that we have some younger people sometimes, so I'll keep it kind of vague. But I'm a pretty sexual person. I'm not demisexual. I'm not asexual. I'm nothing like that. I'd say I'm pretty normal as far as that stuff is concerned. Normal is maybe not the kindest way to say that. I'm pretty traditional when it comes to that sort of stuff. Definitely not demisexual. I'll put that out there. Beyond that, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know if there even is anything else. Is there anything else that even matters when it comes to that sort of stuff? I think that's kind of everything. Okay, so we're going to do a little bevel here. That does not look half bad. It's okay? What do you mean by it's okay? What does that mean? What about you? What are you? Mr. Six, how do you feel about the world around you? Okay, so now I gotta make this weird clasp thing. It's okay not having an answer? Did I not have an answer? I thought I had an answer. Was that not just an answer? You've confused me. You've given me a scratcher on that one. What? What do you mean not answering? Okay, tell you what, I need to make collections for these. We're going to call these earrings. I think you answered well. I agree. I think I gave a very thorough answer. Okay, we're going to call this a pearl. We're going to call this a gold earring. I think they're called frogs, but I don't dare to call this thing a frog. So we're just going to call it an earring. I will dissolve this edge because there's no reason not to. And then we can pull you forward just a little bit. We can apply our scale, come down, and go for it. It was a clear answer? Well, good. Okay, so now I gotta know, what's everybody else feel like? What are you guys doing? How are your sexualities? Is everybody safe and happy and clear in their relationships? The parts of on the back are called frogs. Got it. Oh, you mean the label? Yeah, I agree. Labels are kind of overrated, aren't they? Pretty overrated. There's no real reason for it. At the end of the day, all you really want is to be safe with the people who you interact with. If that's true, you're doing just fine. I think I'm straight. Mr. Six, you give off that big straight energy, which is perfect for you. It works super well for you. Tell you what, I'm looking at this and I know exactly what I want to do this. We want to come into here. No, not like that. Like that. There we go. We want to grab you all the way through like that. And we're going to give you a little scooch. Boom. And we're good. We're going for it. Okay, so I'm a cup of tea says I am asexual, maybe panromantic or aromantic, but have crushes on everyone, but I don't want anything more than friendship. Honestly, the idea that people have to get married is a weird one to me. I don't see any use in getting married unless you want children, which I don't want children, so getting married is just a formality for me. It's just a tax refund. I would only get married for financial reasons. I am safe and happy in the relationship with my wife, also the 4 cats, but those are not that type of relationship. Thank you for specifying. I don't think the specification was necessary, but thanks for specifying. Yeah, I don't know. I think romance, I think a lot about sexuality. Like, I'm a hetero male. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Well, if you took the next AMA I was going to ask, what's the next AMA? We can still talk about it. Why not? What is it? Okay, you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm going to just kind of spoof this a little bit. I'm sorry if this looks a little too weird, but I don't care to do it the correct way. Oh, I was going to ask if you wanted kids. Yeah, I do not want kids. I have zero interest in children whatsoever. They're cool. I'm glad other people have kids. It's important to continue on the human race. It's an important thing that people have to do to keep the human race sustainable. But one, I think the world is overpopulated. And so I don't feel a moral obligation to have kids. And two, I want to live a very free, open adult lifestyle. And so having children is just, if I already feel like the world's overpopulated and it's not necessary for me to have children, then who cares? And if you fall for someone in another country you need to marry too, yes. There is a part of me, this is a joke by the way. I want everybody to know that this is a joke. What you're about to hear is a joke, full warning. But there's a part of me that's like, man, I'd love to go to Japan and just fall in love with somebody and just get citizenship in Japan. That would solve a lot of my problems. That would solve a lot of my worldly problems. That was a joke. For the final disclaimer, that was a joke. I don't think viewing people romantically that way is very effective. I don't want to have kids too, but who knows? Come to Brazil? No way. Me and Brazil are not on the same mindset. I think Mr. Six just offered to marry me. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Mr. Six wants me to get married to them. Is that true, Mr. Six? Because that's kind of an honor. Did you just offer to marry me? I think that's what just happened. SY0? Why does it crunch like that? Crunchitize me, Captain. You can have Princess Charming dreams of proposing in the cherry blossoms. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it all figured out. Don't you worry. Japan is a lovely place. To talk about Japan for a moment. Japan is a lovely place, and I've gone back and forth on being an absolute weeb who obsesses over Japan. But the reality of the situation is Japan is not for me. I would not be very welcome there. I'm very confident, and so realistically, a lot of people there would find me attractive because unfortunately that's just a thing over there. But once you get past that point, I would not fit in super well because of how overbearing I am. And I think it would be a challenge to live in Japan, to say the least. So as much as Japan is a great, cool place, I don't think it's where I'm bound. Would you go to an onsen with me? Absolutely, I would go to an onsen with you. Why wouldn't I? I'd love to go to an onsen with you. The idea of seeing people naked? No problem. There is nothing inherently weird about nudity. You know, in the United States, I don't know how it is everywhere, but here in the United States, we have really weird views of, like, masculinity. I'm sure this is true everywhere. Now that I'm, like, saying it out loud, I'm sure this is true everywhere. But we have weird ideas of masculinity, and men are, like, scared to see each other naked. And then you go to, like, Russia, or you go to Germany, right? These, like, super masculine nations. You go over there, and men just look at each other naked all the time. And it's like, it's not gay to see a guy naked. You see yourself naked. Are you gay for looking at yourself naked? That always weirded me out. When people get weird about stuff like that, I'm like, come on. You're being like a little baby about this. Normalize naked bodies? Absolutely. An onsen is a hot spring. I'm so gay for me. I am the most gay for myself. It's normal here to sauna naked with other men? Yeah, who cares? It's like the coolest thing ever. Here in Brazil, you can't even find a man handsome or something like that. That's so sad. I'll tell you straight up, you know who the most handsome man in the world is? All right, I got an AMA for you all. Who's the most handsome man in the world? And if you say me, you get banned. They have hot springs, so you can bathe in? Absolutely. Japan is a fun place to visit, but I wouldn't like to live there, probably, at least if I had to work there. Yeah, I agree. No, Joe said him, not me. You're allowed to say Joe. Joe's fine. I accept Joe as being one of the hottest men in the world. In Tonga, it's normal for adult male best friends to walk around holding hands. I love that. I love that. Who cares, right? Do you know what's gay? Like, do we all know what's actually gay? What's gay is having a sexual relationship with a man. That's it. That's all that's gay. Joe's gosh dang curls? Honestly. Honestly. I would say Patrick Stewart, but that is completely personality. Personality counts. That's fine. Nothing wrong with personality. I would argue that Patrick Stewart doesn't do it for me. You would say Kurt Cobain. Wow, that's a cool cut. Kurt Cobain is an interesting choice, to say the least. I think he is, like, traditionally very attractive, but when you think of the most attractive men, I don't think a lot of people think of Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain or Patrick Stewart is probably one of the top 10 most attractive men in the world. I sent for Russell Crowe. That makes sense for you. Whenever I say my answer, people are always kind of like, really? So I'll just say it and you all can judge me, I guess. For me, it's probably Daniel Craig. It's probably Daniel Craig. That little baby face of his is so attractive. He's such a dude. I like Daniel Craig a lot. Daniel Craig is the new James Bond. He's been he did Quantum of Solace. He did whatever the Skyfall. Okay, we're on to something. We're on to something. Somebody's on to something. Saf, who's your most attractive man, huh? All right. There we go. We're going to say that is probably a good enough size for an earring. I don't like that it gets a little bit bigger, but sure. That's the way we're going to do it. It looks like it's not measured correctly, but I can live with this because I can just assume that this thing wobbles back and forth a little bit. So it is what it is. Who cares? So let's just finish the last little bit of this, and then we actually are looking pretty good. Wow. CQDK! CQDK, we've missed you. We were talking about you the other day. I feel like when someone says attractive, it's body only, and I'd probably go with Idris Elba just on looks. Idris Elba, pretty attractive. I'd go with Idris Elba. Why are you talking about me? We missed you. We were talking about how much we missed you. All right, let's go ahead and say that that is not the worst looking earring I've ever seen in my life. Certainly not the best earring I've ever seen in my life, but it's not the worst either. Actually, I'm going to add one detail real quick, and this is going to make it. All right, so this right here should solve our problem. Just like that. I'm trying to think of other attractive men. There we go. That is pretty good looking. That is pretty good looking, honestly. Yeah, let's take that. Let's take that and say that that looks great. Perfect. Now, if I go ahead and throw on some auto normals here, make sure everything looks good enough to eat. I actually like this style. It's like the worst thing ever in 3D modeling, but it actually works here. Thank you to Streamlabs. Tom Hiddleston is pretty attractive in my opinion. I can get with that. Most attractive woman. Okay, everyone, you know what to do. Most attractive woman, let's go. Most attractive woman is me. It's me. Yeah, attractive. Like, best looking. All right, so let's go ahead and make ourselves these nice pearl earrings real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and model everything real quick. I'm going to do all the materials. We'll give this guy a nice gold, but it's actually not that gold. It's going to be like yellow gold. My ex? Oh no. Mr. Six. Mr. Six. That hurts to hear. I mean, you have the memories. That's all there is to it. F's in chat for the X. Yeah, the X is missing out. The X is missing out on quite a catch. All right. How do I want to solve this problem? I'm just thinking very rationally here. All right, you can have an F from me as well. All right, most attractive woman in the world. Most attractive woman in the world. Is it bad that this is harder to answer than the most attractive man? Because it's a lot harder to answer in my opinion. Ooh, look at that beauty. There are too many. There's a lot of attractive women out there. Look at this beauty over here. Most attractive woman. Oh, gosh. This is literally impossible. This is impossible. Most attractive woman? I don't know if I can ever answer this. I think the more you lean to one side of the sexuality, it's harder to answer because you have more people that do it for you. That's fair. Look, all that matters is that thick thighs save lives. I can agree with that. I don't know if I have a good answer for this. I'm like racking my brain. This is so much harder to answer. This is infinitely harder to answer. Top 5. I don't even know if I can do that. I can't even like think of an attractive female right now. It all just washes over me. You don't really find people attractive? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. All women are queens. If she breathes, she's a thought. That might actually be a TOS. Hey, Twitch, if you want to cancel my channel because of that, just keep that in mind that that's a meme and I'm quoting a meme right now. That's not my actual opinion. Okay. I'm going to think super hard. Hold on. I have to sit and think. Let me sit and think for just a moment. I'll be right back to it. The singer Feist. Oh, no, the answer is obvious. Number 1, it's Aubrey Hepburn. Aubrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady. That's the most attractive female on earth. Google Aubrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady. That is the most attractive woman that has ever existed. Period. There has never been a more attractive person on the earth. Yeah. That's all there is to it. It's easy as that. What? It reset my world settings. Why did it do that? The giant vampire does it for me from that video game? No. Barbara Eden from when she was younger, circa I Dream of Jeannie time. All right, so me and Silken have kind of the same interest in women. I can game with that. I can really game with that. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a pinky blue looking pearl here while I think of more women. My goal now is just to think of attractive women. It's surprisingly a hard mental activity. CQDK serving up the jokes today. All right, let's pop that on over here. And let's up that to 0.6. And here is my big move. Are we ready for the big move? We're going to go ahead and up the lightness on this a lot. We're going to increase this to be redder and less saturated. Here we go. This is it. This is the moment of truth. I'm going to put on a weird shape, and we're going to get that kind of mushy look going. That didn't work exactly how I wanted it to. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Wow, we're getting all the questions today. I don't even know if I fully answered the first question. What is my ideal relationship? Oh, God. Ideal relationship. What the heck? How am I going to answer this? How on earth can I answer this? My ideal relationship. All right, let's give this an old college try. We also skipped the cutest non-binary bean. Okay, so I know I know a lot, but I would say that there are two attractive non-binary beings in my life. And they're both attractive in their own way. But we have one of them in chat, so most attractive non-binary being can raise their hand right now. There it is. Okay, so my ideal relationship. Oh, gosh. So I don't want to get, like, heavy. I don't want to get, like, really heavy on everybody, but I'm going to get a little heavy here for a second. I've had depression for a really long time. I have suffered from depression for a really long time, and I'm not asking for forgiveness. This is, or sympathy, I mean. This is not me going, woe is me, because I actually kind of derive a lot of creative integrity from depression. So depression helps me creatively a lot. So I'm not woe is me. We're good. All is well. But something that matters in depression is that my mentality shifts and varies and goes all over the place. And so what I want from people kind of changes day to day. And so I guess my ideal relationship is somebody who wouldn't get beat up if I didn't act like myself for a day. Somebody that isn't like, what are you doing, huh? What's going on? Like, you know, as long as somebody didn't do that to me, I think we're good. That stuff, like, is irritating. I think that is my, I think that's my pearl. Done. And this white, I think, needs to be the truest white it can be. It is. I might even add a little bit of transmission to this. It doesn't do anything to add transmission to this. Why? Why is transmission doing nothing? Okay, well, that's way too high on the roughness. So we're going to bring that back. Huh. I've been looking at this pearl for too long. Wow, we are going today. Everyone wants to know everything about me. You know, for the sake of honesty, I want to be honest about something real quick. Stream started a little slow today. And I was a little bit worried about how slow stream was starting today. Just, you know, one of those things that you think about when you're just kind of going. And man, stream is taking off now. You guys are giving me all sorts of stuff to think about. Favorite cartoon / anime. Oh, We Are Here. Oh, I'm not, you're good. I don't require attention. If 0 people watch my stream, I would still be streaming. We're good. We are in the climax for sure. Okay, so the question now is favorite cartoon / anime. Oh boy, what a hard question to answer. All right. As if things didn't get hard enough. All right, you know what? I'm going to stop paying attention to chat for a little bit because this is going to be too hard to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to think about my favorite show. So I'm going to talk about my favorite show with you guys. And I'm going to make that Snake. And we'll get going from there. You love Demon Slayer? I need to watch Demon Slayer. It's on my list. My favorite anime is Ouran High School Host Club. It cracked my trans egg. Oh no. You know what? This is fine. I have vague memories of watching Ouran Host Club, but I don't think I actually watched it. I might have just dreamed that. I don't think I've actually seen it. That's a good one, Steph. I really loved watching that way back in the day. I like Boku no Hero a lot. Boku no Hero. Demon Slayer, I hear, is really good. It's on my list. What you're going to find is that my taste in anime is kind of pretentious. So I guess I'm just going to ask you all to be kind with your judgment. Because I don't have the nicest opinions in anime. Vampire Knight? Oh no. Okay, so let me save this, and I have to make a snake wearing jewelry. A snake wearing fancy jewelry. What the heck is a snake wearing fancy jewelry? All right, so sorry, I'm going to ignore you all for a little bit. So I guess have fun saying whatever you want to say, but I'm going to get into this. And before everyone loses their mind, behave yourselves. Okay, so my favorite show / anime. Adventure Time is a classic. Adventure Time is one of the best things that has ever been made, period. Anybody who disagrees, too bad. Oh no, I looked over at chat and I saw all the worst messages I could have seen. Let's see. Adventure Time, really solid, really good show. Amazing show. Kind of weird that they're trying to reboot it and do some stuff with it. I don't know if I love that, but more power to them, you know? You know, I said I wasn't going to read chat, but I am being distracted by chat quite deeply right now. Let's see. Okay, so anime. My number one anime in the world is 100% Evangelion. I really like Neon Genesis Evangelion. Really important thing from my past. Really important thing for me. I like it a lot. I like Neon Genesis so much. This is actually good. I think I'm going to make a really good snake here. I don't want to get ahead of myself because I still have to make the head, and the head is scary, but I think we got it. Okay, so Neon Genesis Evangelion is top tier. Top tier. Really good. It's not for everybody. It's really sad. It's really bleak, but it does it for me, and that's all that I care about in that regard. Because it doesn't have to be for everybody. Next up, one of the shows that I like to recommend to everybody, and so this applies to everybody here. There is an anime called Shinsekai Yori. Something like In the New World or something like that is the way that it goes. Shinsekai Yori is a top tier. I recommend it to literally everyone. It is such a cool show. Do yourself a favor and watch it. It is wildly underrated. It is such a good show. And it deserves, like, it deserves so much more than what I think it's gotten. So Shinsekai Yori is my big pitch to you all. The crux of the show is it's a bunch of children that grow up in a society where they have psychic powers. And it's all about how the schooling system teaches them to use their psychic powers without hurting themselves and hurting other people. And then the show devolves very quickly into why that's the case. And it is scary. I mean, it is like haunting. It is a haunting show. It is really dark, really cool, hits all the right notes. I love that show to death. It's 24 episodes, so for me, it's not too much of a sink. I hate when things take too long. So yeah, it's about a perfect show to me. Next up, Katanagatari. Katanagatari is a show that is all about these cursed swords that once like ruled the world. So people who had these swords used to rule the world. And this warrior came along that had a unarmed combat style where he was like good at like disarming people with weapons. And so he ends the war by killing all the people with the weapons. Kind of. It's more complicated than that. But yeah, so this guy, he like saves the world, quote unquote, but he's kind of a bad guy as well, and you don't really know how to feel about him. And then you time travel like 20 years in the future or something, and he has children, and they live on an island isolated from the rest of the world because they're like rejected. They've been kicked out of society because they don't want him in society. And so it follows the story of them. It follows the story of the two kids on the island. And spoilers, they have to go deal with those cursed weapons again. Because the cursed weapons didn't actually go away. So it's all about how they follow in their dad's footsteps in a way, kind of. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the basic of it. That one's really good. It's called Katanagatari. Shinsekai Yori. Thank you, Simo. Angel of Death is pretty good. Didn't do it for me. Cowboy Bebop is good, but I couldn't bring myself to finish it. It was a little much for me, which is fine. But it was a little much. A sperm? No, it's a snake. What else can I think of? Oh, I just finished watching Gankutsuo. The Count of Monte Cristo. It's an anime adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo. And it is so weird and so cool. Basically, what it is it's The Count of Monte Cristo set in space. If you have not seen... Oh, Tatami Galaxy. I love an FLCL. Tom Paul knows what's up. Tom Paul. Always here with the big opinions. Okay, you know what? Americans pronouncing Japanese makes my soul hurt. Oh, like, you're Japanese, whatever. You know what? I don't speak the language. Too bad. Okay, so I got lost on this snake for just a second. But let's say that looks about right to me. Devilman Crybaby is good. Changed my mind. I've not seen it. I didn't really care. It looked a little weird to me, but maybe I'll watch it. Oh, and I guess I can't talk about anime without mentioning Studio Ghibli. I know it's Ghibli, but that's a stupid name, so it's called Ghibli. Sorry. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. Studio Ghibli obviously is the king. Like, and only the Hayao Miyazaki movies. Finnish pronunciation is close to Japanese. That's fair. I'll give you that one. You can have that one. I can't get rid of this little piece up front. Why won't you go away? Junji Ito, is that the scary stuff? Is Junji Ito the one who does all of, like, the psychedelic, surreal horror stuff? Because they're doing a new one. Okay, this is going to be kind of a bad snake. Hey, I hate to break this to you. This is going to be kind of a bad snake. Yeah, Junji Ito is pretty cool. They are amazing. Uzumaki. Okay, we got an Uzumaki call out here. Okay, that is my grotesque, scary, weird-looking snake over here. I'm just going to apologize right now for him. I kind of want to subdivision his mouth now that it looks like this. But that'll be fine. This is okay. You know what? I'm going to live with this. Let's do an eyeball, like that. Give him that little articulation that snakes have. I think more like manga person than an anime one. See, I don't care for manga at all. I tried to get into graphic novels, like American graphic novels for a while, and I just couldn't do it. I just don't care. Just not me. Like, they're fine. I've read some really good ones, but it's not... It just doesn't do it. Why I decided to just ruin my snake, I don't know. He doesn't even look like a snake. He looks so scary. Okay, you know what? We're going to do this. Flatten this guy out. Give him that, like, really scary looking, like, flat nose that snakes have. And then I can give him his eye holes. You know what? Snakes just have eyes, like little tiny bead eyes. What am I doing? Just put bead eyes on them. Oh, also, I'm out of time. You ruined your snake? Yeah, I ruined my snake. Oh, he's so bad looking. He's so bad looking. You know what? Fine. I don't care. He's so bad looking. Let's put a subdivision on him. I'm not using him for any real sketches, so I'm not too worried. But actually, you know what? I'm going to put another multi-res. We're going to put 2 multi-reses on there, and now I'm going to even out his mouth. Oh, did we just break... We just break Blender. No! No, please! Oh, we did it. We did it. We're here, folks. In the States, a snake is a he? No, I'm just saying he because I picture him being a dude. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay, well, we still got some Fs coming in, despite the fact that we're good. But I'll take it. We'll go ahead and hit apply on this. We're going to cross our fingers, and now I'm going to grab the whole thing, go into edit mode. Look how bad that looks. Wow. Now, I know Simo taught me a secret technique called remesh. It's not that. Wow, I can't believe I've made the world's worst snake. I'm like not bad at making a snake either. You know what? I like this snake. I'm redoing the snake. Sorry to everybody that has to watch this. I'm redoing the snake. I'm going to redo the snake. And it's going to be worth it. Trust me. We're going to remake this snake. Okay, here we go. Here's what we're up to. I'm going to grab a spiral. Use the other secret technique called reference. How dare you? How dare you? Look, I got recommended a random speed sketch. I gotta go, right? We can't take our time. All right, here we go. Let's go 0.5 on that growth. Let's pull this guy up. And here's what we're up to. That is a big oof. You know, sometimes you gotta take an oof, right? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this guy's depth up to 1, and by that I meant 0.1. And now we're going to take you, put on proportional editing. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Very nice. Mr. Six, you're very sweet. Okay, now we can take this and bring it all the way up like that. And now I'm going to take this and pop it up. Lower that curve down just a little bit. And now we extrude one extra little vertice like that. Okay, that is my snake. That is just what the snake's going to look like. We're going to go ahead and transform that into a mesh. We're going to pop all of this guy down like that and do connected only and go crazy. I'm a first. You're a first. I don't really get what the first thing means because I thought the first meant only people who subscribe in like the first month of me having subscriptions, but I guess it just counts. I'm assuming it must mean it's your first month of subscribing, which would make a lot more sense, but just not how I thought that would work. The 10 firsts. There you go. It's like the first 10 subs or something like that. Okay, well that, not including gift subs. Okay. Well, maybe that's just a little sad, but we're going to pretend like nothing weird happened out of there. Whoa. What the heck was that? What did I just click? How did I do that? What was that? Okay, well that was a new operation in Blender I've never seen before. That was really weird. I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck that was. We can remove this and do Control Y0 and pop this guy out. So let's extrude that forward. F, grab you, extrude you forward. We're gonna go real far, and everyone says, hey, you need to use a reference. I don't want to use a reference. All right, I'll use a reference. I'll pull up a reference just for you. Snakehead. All right. So first 10 affiliate or first 25 partner subs, got it. Well, that's only marginally sad, you know? Here's how we're going to solve this problem. What I'm going to do is we're going to take our snakehead. What is the question that you are more afraid of? What is the question I am most afraid of? What do you mean? The question I'm the most afraid of you guys asking me? Because I don't think I'm really afraid of anything. Am I afraid of anything? Question I'm most afraid of. This already looks a lot more like a snake instantly. I really shouldn't have done a sculpt. I think the sculpt was maybe a bit of a pull for me. We're going to do it just like that. Question I'm most scared of. I don't really know what that means. Can I have an example? Wow, this snake looks infinitely better than the last one. You're very confident? I just can't even think of anything I wouldn't want to answer. Like, what would somebody have to say to me that I'd be like, no, I'm scared? I can't think of anything like that. I suppose, like, if somebody asked me something that I didn't think they knew, maybe like an existential dread things, like, are we alone in the universe? Does life have any meaning? No, doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me one bit. That doesn't scare me. I don't know. I don't think I'm scared of anything like that. For me, my fears are very, like, self-oriented. I'm, like, scared of, like, being a failure. I'm, like, scared of not accomplishing my goals, right? Like, but I don't know how you would manifest that into a question. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have a good answer for you, unfortunately. I'm not too scared of things. Life is what you make of it. Will I ever succeed? The only thing that I say against that is, like, it's up to me to decide that. Like, there's random variables. There's luck involved, of course. But, like, that's my responsibility. I'm the one that has to do that. I don't think I'm that scared of anything. If I'm being perfectly honest. I think I'm doing okay. Also, if I do this, is this going to rip the vertices correctly for me, or is this going to look bad? I think this might be a little bit of a scary pull right here. If I V that, you can't rip selected faces. Okay. I mean, you can't fight perfect fight and never win sometimes, but you're clad and you are comfortable. Well, thank you. Yeah, I hate to say, I think I don't have an answer for you. If you think of something that's really scary to ask somebody, feel free to ask me. I don't think I can be bothered by that. So I guess this is open season on trying to scare me with questions. All right, Joe, I'm going to get you your snake here. I'm going to get the snake, and then I'm going to make a ring, and then I'm going to call it. That's going to be everything up until the speed sketch today. You know what the scariest question to me right now is? Can I actually make a snake? Okay, so I've been asked the classic ninjas versus pirates. Well, pirates are terrible. Pirates are kind of the worst So it's got to be ninjas. Like, just objectively, it's got to be ninjas. You know what? I think I might have overthought this, but we have a good result here, so I'm just going to go for it. Check this out. Yeah, the answer is obviously ninjas. Ninjas are very cool, even though they didn't really exist in the way that we know them to now. They're kind of a folklore. So ninjas aren't as real as pirates. Okay, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about that, pirates are definitely way more like historically interesting. So I'm gonna say pirates. I hate to be the person to change my mind all of a sudden, but I'm gonna say pirates. Mr. Six, thank you for the recommendation on the water. We're gonna say pirates. Pirates it is. And also pirates like accumulate a lot of different cultures. Like Vikings are technically pirates, and Vikings are amazing. Vikings are like realistically some of the best fighters in history. They would mow the floor with theoretical ninjas, no problem. I was gonna say I love it when you have a simple, confident answer. Well, sorry to do that to you. I love ninjas and also turtles. If only I could do something with those two. Wow, if only you could do something with that. I love Vikings. You know, CQDK, Vikings make a lot of sense for you. You got big Viking energy. All right, we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, and we're going to grab it, and then now we're going to go like this. And we've done it. Okay, so all I need to do is pop you in without a proportion. Just like that. We've done it. She is Danish after all. True enough. True facts. Just like that. There we go. We got ourselves a nice little snake. So now I can throw on a subdivision, and we can go real fast to make that ring, and then we'll call it. I'm going to hit apply on the subdivision. We're going to go back to edit, and I'm going to lift these guys up just a little bit. Just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Time to go shopping. Silken Coat needs food badly. Hey, enjoy your food. Survive a few more days, but no vegetables left. That's okay. You have yourself a great time, and share some of your food with us. There we go. That is my snake. Is it okay? Sure. It's okay. Also, I will go ahead and do 2 little nostrils. I think this is actually not going to work, but I'll give it a shot. Just like that. Oh, that actually works pretty good. I like Congaceros. It's hard to explain. What is that? Can you try to explain it for us? Okay, let's give him 2 fangs real quick, and then we're done. We'll go ahead and give it a 180 turn. We'll go ahead and make him real small. Shrink it down. Bring it on up to that mouth. Sir, please. Okay, so this has been the world's longest speed sketch. Thank you, Joe, for the really hard prompt. Would expect none the less from you, but I did mess up, so I took my responsibility and I did it. So I can't be faulted. That's not what snakes look like. That is not what snakes look like. Sure. You know what? He's lovely. This is what snakes look like now. Yeah, that's gonna have to do. Copy and paste that one, and we're gonna go ahead and reverse this angle, so negative 6.3. Everything else is literally perfect. We're gonna go back to global coordinates and bring you on over to here. Crocodile snake, he does have crocodile vibes. Okay, cool. So let's make a ring. A ring in 10 minutes. Okay, a ring. This is actually not bad. What is a ring if not a really skinny torus? So let's hide everything. Earrings be gone. You all be gone. My copper ring can be gone. Okay, we got ourselves this. I forgot to remove the badge sound again because I'm bad. Let's see. We want the minor radius to be tiny. Why did it bring everything else back? That's frustrating. And then we're going to increase the major segments by a lot and increase... No, the minor segments are perfect. We might need to do a lot more minor segments like that. Okay. Now we take it and we make a ring shape like that. That actually looks really good. Okay. Let's turn him up by 90 degrees so that we can work on him really clearly. Let's not freak out because I'm starting to freak out a little bit. But there's no reason to freak out. We're doing just fine. All is well. There's nothing to freak out about. You definitely don't have 10 minutes to make an exquisite looking ring. All is well, bud. Okay, and now we can go ahead and extrude all of that up. Extrude that up like that. And then bring them out just a little bit. Bring them up just a bit. Sure. Sure. Just like that. And then we're going to bring them in just a little bit. And should I have not done as much of a subdivision as I did? I don't think I should have. But you know what? This is what we've signed up for. Oh gosh, it looks terrible. Let's grab you two and move you forward by that amount, which is 0.3. And then we'll move you guys forward by... Oh no, I did it wrong. 0.06. There we go. Now move you guys this way by 0.06. Okay, that looks all right. That's not how rings are meant to look, now is it? That's not how that's meant to look. You know what? Redo, redo, redo. Take it back, take it back. Let's get even smaller with these little granules here. Just like that. Now, we are looking at a cross-section right here. Oh, gosh. Two, 2, 1, 1. Which brings that to be the cross section. There we go. Here we go. We got it. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done it. Extrude that up. Make sure these guys get scooched over like that. Negative 0.15. Negative 0.015. There we go. They'll move you over by 0.015. Now we grab each of these and we pull them straight up. I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm freaking out. I just need to chill. I'm freaking out. I got no reason to freak out. We got this. We're going to move it in by 0.06. Negative 0.06. We'll say that is negative 0.03, and then we'll do the exact same 0.03, and we're done. 0.03. And then, you know what's going to be in our best interest? I'm going to move all of this down because it's way too tall for no reason. So that goes down. And then these go down, and it'll look a little bit less like an alien all of a sudden. And then we're going to grab you, and you, and pull you up. We still have proportion on. No wonder things are looking weird. Ugh. So annoying. That's a my bad. Merge at center. Copy, copy, copy. And now I'm just going to manually take it upon myself to do this last little bit. Scale it, go back. There we go. Does that not look very good? No, it doesn't look very good. Whoa. Okay, hold on. I can't read that right now. That's a big old thing that you just posted. Man, they look bad, don't they? They look really bad. I guess what I'll do is I'll add a subdivision and we'll see if this actually does anything. It actually looks pretty good. I'm going to take that subdivision, and it's not good, but I have to just do something. This is not a winning piece right here. So let's go ahead and make a diamond. A brilliant diamond will do with 30 segments because I'm a bougie boy. You did your best to explain. I will see it in just a moment. Don't you worry. -9. You are -9. We're going to pop you up to here, make you smaller. Pop you in. Oh gosh, it's not even close to being the right size. Oh, what have I done? Okay, I like a really petite ring, so let's just make a really petite ring over here. Sure. Look how terrible that looks. No. All right, you know what? Some days you have it, some days you don't. Some days you have it, and some days you don't. And today was just not one of those days. And that's okay. It's so small. It's kind of cute how small it is. I sort of like how small it is. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this. We're going to put this real small boy on his eyes. It's always Joe. You know, it's always Joe who comes up with stuff that just ruins me. So I think I'm just going to blame Joe on this one, okay? I think we can all agree this is Joe's fault. It's got nothing to do with me, actually. Copy that, and then we're going to bring that to a 23.6. And pull you on over to the other side. Whoops, not that one. Just that one. Shame on you, Joe. Thank you. Finally, somebody's on my side. And the eyes don't match up for some reason, which I find very odd. But if we want to have little derpy eyes, let's have little derpy eyes, right? Who cares? Shame me harder. Oh, no. He likes it. Oh, no, he's hot. Okay, we got ourselves a snake. And we got ourselves a little baby little ring right here. Wow. Joe's really going off right now. Okay, so this is my new thing that I'm doing. You buy a ring, and it's on a big metal snake, and you have to break the snake to get the ring. Speaking of going off, back to lurk mode. No worries. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your work. There we go. Small little ring. Thank God for the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack. Oh gosh, it doesn't even fit right. It doesn't even fit correctly. Oh, it's so annoying. Wow, we've done not a great job on this day. And by we, I definitely mean just me. I'm gonna have to take a reset on Friday, I think. Hello? There we go. You know what? I give up. I don't care. That's it. How much time do I have? I have 1 minute. Cool, 1 minute is perfect. Let's do yellow gold. And let's give this guy a new material of bright red ruby. So this is going to be our nice bright red ruby with 100% transmission and almost no gloss whatsoever. Transmission roughness can come up. Transmission can be lowered down to maybe like a 9 so that it looks a little bit closer to what we want. Get that going on up to 0.5. Specular is at 0. Roughness, 0.1. 0.05. There we go. No sheen, no clear coat. That'll do. We're going to give you yellow gold as well, and you're going to get yellow gold as well. I don't know if I love this sketch today. We did some good work, but I think I just kind of lost it somewhere. Which is okay. To be expected every now and again. If I was on every single day, I probably would be a lot more successful than I am right now. No, I definitely want to give this a gold, or maybe a Damascus. Let's give it a Damascus just for the sake of color. Oh my gosh. He is terrible looking. He is the worst looking guy I've ever seen. He's got a little kinked tail. He's terrible. All right, you know what? That's our snake. We've done it. He looks terrible. I give up. I give up. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to crack my neck. We're going to reach for the sky. All right, we're back. I am going to have to limit the speed sketches to 1 words, I think. Saf would like everybody to take a nice drink of water. Thank you so much, Saf. All right. So we got a reset. We took a nice little reset here. We're going to go ahead and just get rid of the snake. Snake's gone. I'm saving. And I'm going to say that is it for the first part of this chaotic mess. Welcome to my stream. So I'm going to go ahead and hit stop recording. Ciao.